Hi everyone, welcome to our latest Happy Valley betting preview. Myself, Charene and Lucky Loaders are back again, marking the card for all the viewers on Wednesday, the 17th of February. As always, we'll be focusing on races 5, 6 and 7. We'll finish this week's episode with Davis Longshot, the right man's pick, who is free from free so far, and myself, Chris and Sharene's naps and our any other bet section. To get things started, Charene, what are your thoughts on Christophe Soumillon leaving?
Yes, he just finished his short-term riding contract in Hong Kong. But after he left Hong Kong, he said something that about currently the horse quality. He thought that because he rode in Hong Kong 15 years ago, and at that moment, the quality of horses in Hong Kong were better than now. So maybe I'm actually partly agree with this. So maybe I look forward to see there will be some more good horses to race in Hong Kong. And I hope to see Christophe Soumillon will return Hong Kong soon, because in this period of time he had 11 winners, which was not bad, but I expected him to perform better. But maybe as he just said, the quality of horses is decreasing recently. So let's see whether we have chance to see him riding in Hong Kong again.
Yeah, he was absolutely flying, and he is a massive name on the international scene. We actually maybe have found a good quality animal that is an ex-Irish runner, which we'll go into more detail in this episode. Lucky Loaders, also João Moreira not riding this week. Do you think this is going to impact the betting in any way?
Yeah, it could do. It opens up more opportunities for some of the other riders to get some top rides, and especially here in the UK, João Moreira obviously has a big loyal fan base where people always throw in his horses in multiple bets. So for this week, they're going to have to use their brain and look elsewhere. So yeah, it will have a little bit of an effect here in the UK, definitely with the betting markets for these races. But yeah, it's still plenty of hopefully good value out there for us to be getting our teeth stuck into.
Yeah, obviously I've had a look at the selections already. A lot of prices. Obviously for the listeners is what they want to hear. Anyways, let's jump into it. We're going to look at the triple trio. We'll start with race 5. It's off at 12:45 UK time, 8:45 Hong Kong time. It's the 1.5 mile, 40 yen handicap class 3 for 3-year-old plus. We'll start with Charene. Who do we want to be on here?
In race 5, my pick will be number 1, Sava Queen. This horse is a last-time winner over the same course and distance. It was quite eye-catching on his last start because he jumped from gate 11, which is not easy. But João Moreira was on board at that time, and he controlled the horse nicely. Although he turned wide in the home turn, Sava Queen was able to show a very good turn of foot, and he beat Royal Bomb, who is in form recently. So I can see some improvement of the horse from his last start, and I believe he will continue to improve this time because we just mentioned that Joe is suspended, so Zac Purton will be on board, and I expect and I believe he can also control the horse nicely as well. Especially this time gate 6 is much more better than last time out, so I think Sava Queen is able to have a back-to-back win.
Yeah, obviously no João Moreira this time, but Zac Purton's obviously, I wouldn't take that as a negative. Off 73 here, drawn 6, obviously a positive. I actually think this is a weaker race than last time out. Obviously when winning, getting there right on the line last time on the 27th of January under João Moreira, has to be competitive off 73 here. He's currently a 6-4 chance for Zac Purton and John Size. Lucky Loaders, are we with the favourite or are we against him?
I'm going to take him on with number 3, Gift of a Lifeline for Vincent Ho and Tony Millard. This horse has been running in some good races of late, including 5th place effort last time behind Encanto Prepared, who we've really seen running some really good races of late, and a lot of his form is stacking up really well. Also as well that day, he was quite slow out the gate and he picked up really strongly, and he was one of the eye catchers of the race. He's been knocking on the door on some of his races recently. He actually won on his penultimate start off a mark of 67. So I think he's got a bit more in the locker to come. Not a bad draw to work from as well in stall 5. I think there's still a bit of life in his mark of off 72. And I think he can go very close tomorrow with Vincent Ho in the plate. So yeah, number 3, Gift of a Lifeline, will be my pick for race 5.
Yeah, he's currently a 7-1 chance, Chris. I do think he's a big price. He does look a cracking each way chance for Vincent Ho and Tony Millard. Absolutely crawled last time early on the 3rd of February at Happy Valley, and Canal Prepared was victorious on that occasion. If you watch that replay, Chris Loda's selection, Gift of Lifeline, was next to Encanto Prepared, but João Moreira got a clear run on the outside, and Gift of Lifeline really only got going in the final furlong after being stuck in traffic on the inside. Finished very strongly. Should appreciate the extra half furlong tomorrow at Happy Valley. Drawn 5 and still up on mark of 7-2. Expect this one to be mid-pack early and finishing strongly late on. He's a 7-1 chance. Number 3, Gift of Lifeline for Vincent Ho and Tony Millard. And Charene Mo selects number 1, Savakwan, 6-4 for Zac Purton and John Size. Moving on to race 6 is off 1:15 UK time and 9:15 Hong Kong time. It's the 1 mile free furlong hung to a handicap class 3 for 3-year-old plus. Start Charene Mo. Who do we like here?
In race 6, my pick will be the favourite, number 7, Charity Fun. He raced at Ireland before coming Hong Kong, and he has good stamina as supported by his pedigree, and also he is a winner over 2,000 meters at Ireland. Last time out, he made his debut in Hong Kong over 1650 at Happy Valley. At first, he did not jump well, but Karis Teetan kept pushing the horse, and the horse ran well after that. He delivered some very good sectional times last time out. He chased very well and finished 4th. And then after that, before this start, he had an impressive barrier trial on 2nd of February. So this time up in distance, very suitable for him, and I'm looking forward to see him to improve.
Yeah, Charity Fun. Ex-Irish runner, obviously winning at Fairyhouse, winning a maiden behind, obviously in front of Joseph O'Brien's Hosier on the 25th of June 2020. It was a massive price last time out, 75-1 under Karis Teetan. Very slowly away, and really only done the best work late on. Was drawn 10 last time out on the 20th of Jan, and slowly away, detached. Actually looked a bit off his feet early on, and still looked a bit green in my opinion. Only ever ran three times, so obviously there's a lot of room for improvement. Doing his best work around the bend, hit the line strongly when the winner, Wealthy Delight, had flown. I really think the step up the trip in a mile free furlong should really suit Charity Fun. Karis Teetan back on board. My notes on this could be an absolute shoe-in of 68 here. He's currently a 5-1 chance, and obviously I think all of us were in agreement our disbelief that this horse is a 5-1 chance in this race. Should be very competitive off 68. Could easily see this one going off 6-4, 2-1 tomorrow evening. Lucky Loaders, your views on this one?
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement here. And funnily enough, you've come to me last when this is going to be my nap. I think this horse, like you said, could be well in off a mark of 68. We already mentioned that he was a previous winner over in Ireland. He's got a lovely pedigree as well. By War Command out of a Teofilio mare, who is a really good influence, especially on the stamina side of things. Last time out, just looked like an educational ride, really. He was learning the style of racing in Hong Kong, and he flew on really strongly at the end. The stepping up and tripping an extra furlong as well will suit. Karis Teetan keeps the ride. I think there's just so much to like about this horse, and he just screams of an improver. And also as well, the form from last time's worked out okay, because the second place horse went on to win a race on his next start. So strong form line there. Looks like he's going to improve, I think, for that run. And the step up and trip as well shouldn't be a problem. So he ticks all the boxes for me, and that's why he's going to be my nap tomorrow in race 6.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't put anyone off this one. Charity Fun. I was potentially going to nap this one, but I've actually napped another one we've maybe already discussed. But 5-1 looks a massive price. I just think the further this horse goes, the more improvement. Only ever raced 3 times. I think we're all very, very bullish on this one at 5-1 Charity Fun. So we're all in agreement here. Full House Charity Fun number 7 in race 6. Moving on to race 7. 1:45 UK time, 9:45 Hong Kong time. It's 1.5 miles. Tsun Handicap class 4 for 3-year-old plus. Charene Mo, who do we want to be on this one?
Okay, in race 7, my pick will be number 7, El Jefe. This is the first time for the horse racing over this course and distance, but I believe he can handle it well. First, for the track Happy Valley, he raced at Happy Valley last season over a shorter distance, so he already has the experience here. It is quite important. And also, he is a son of Bernardini. Many Bernardinis, Perginis in Hong Kong can perform well over Happy Valley. And secondly, for the distance, 1650 should be a good distance for him because recently we can see that this horse chased well over 7 furlong at Charene, and along with the support of his pedigree, he should be a good miler. And also in his 3 starts this season, he could finish close, and I think this horse is still improving. Changing to a new environment to Happy Valley on Wednesday night, he should be better.
Yeah, Schumo's selection, number 7, El Jefe, is currently a 10-1 chance with Matthew Chadwick and trainer Dennis Yip. I did think stepping up to a trip of a mile and a half would bring out some improvement. Obviously ran at Shai Tin on the 31st of January. It was a solid run. Made up a ton of ground last time out and finished like an absolute train. It was a massive eye catcher. Up £1 for that run, but definitely could still be competitive here. And also everyone loves a grey, so you'd imagine this one is going to be popular. Number 7, El Jefe for Charene is 10-1 from Matthew Chadwick and Dennis Yip. Chris Loader, who do you like in race 7?
Yeah, I thought Methane was worth a chance here, and that's number 5, Methane, for Blake Shin and David Ferraris. Now, this horse has been knocking on the door in the last few starts, has some really good form in the bag. He finished 5th last time we saw him, running on quite strongly behind Gallant Crown, who again has gone on to win since. So that's a good form line. Also in that race as well, you had the 3rd place horse, King Dragon. He's won on his next start. So it didn't look a bad level of form for the grade. Also as well, if you go back to his penultimate run, he bumped into Encanto Prepared, who is another horse that we mentioned earlier that's on a little bit of a streak. So he's been bumping into a few informed horses of late, and I think his turn is just coming. We've got the old favourites in here, the likes of Maldives, who has done us a good favour and then wasn't so good for us last time. V Chevaliers, I expect to be there on the premises. He's been really consistent, but I just thought Methane, he's dropped down the weights a little bit. The handicapper has eased his mark somewhat. He was running off the mark of 60 a few starts ago, so he's off the mark of 57. Handicapper might have him by the short and curlies, as we say here in the UK. But I just thought some of his form on his recent efforts was better than the bare results suggested, and I just think he'll go close in a race of this nature tomorrow. And at the prices, I think he's not one of the more fancied runners for this race. I thought he could maybe come up and spring a surprise. So that's going to be number 5, Methane, in race 7.
Yeah, Chris Loader selects number 5, Methane. Is currently a 9-1 chance for Blake Shin and trainer David Ferraris. I do think that every single week we're always mentioning Encanto Prepared. It must just be an absolute bang on handicap yardstick. So he did run well behind, very progressive on the 23rd of December. Can never get into the race on that occasion after being slowly away. Also form linked with Gallant Crown on the 13th of January, who's since won again off 56 on the 10th of February. King Dragon is obviously Chris Loader I mentioned there, is also Frank the forming on winning on the 3rd of February. It looks like Methane has certainly been running into a few, and I certainly wouldn't put anyone off at 9-1. So just to wrap up the triple trio selections, Charene Mo at number 7, El Jefe 10-1 for Matthew Chadwick and Dennis Yip, and Lucky Loaders number 5, Methane 9-1 for Blake Shin and trainer David Ferraris. Moving on to, we have David's Longshot, which is in race 3, number 4, Ready Conquer. It's currently a 6-1 chance for Vincent Ho and trainer Emmy.
Hello guys, welcome to Happy Valley Race on the 17th February 2021. So before we start, I would like to wish you Happy Chinese New Year, and the recommendation for this week's Happy Valley Race is in race 3, right? I hope my recommendation this time will give us a good winner during this festive season, right? So let's go to race 3, my handicap sheet. In race 3, my speed figure is showing number 5, number 3 after me, and also number 2, Dr. Proactive. Okay, so but my recommendation for this race is actually going for number 4, right? So the reason why is that I think for this 1000 meter for Happy Valley, right, although this horse other note rated the first, but the bad barrier like barrier 11, right, is not going to help too much, right? So and then the other 2 horses like number 2 and number 3 is not showing a very good no like performance lately, right? But instead for number 4, right, this horse clocked one of the, I think clocked the fastest timing on the 20th of January, and he raises 3 times, right, and got 1 winner and 1 second, right? And let's look at the race performance for Ready Conqueror. So Ready Conqueror, okay, so it's a lightly raced horse, and I think it raced 3 times on Happy Valley, like what you see in my record, right? So it did pretty well. It's just got 1 winner and also a second position, right? So I think this horse need to race a bit forward, right? But and then the last run, this horse I think just too far, right? When I tried to chase, right? I think it's just didn't perform that very well, right? Looking at the pace map, right, I think this horse will be running in the second position, just right behind horse number 1, and draw a very good barrier. I think it should stand a very good chance this race, right? I think the odds might not be very good, but let's take a look. So yeah, this horse is a second favorite and may not be very attractive, but the winning chance is there, right? So probably for me, I might consider using playing forecast, right, using the horses, right, like number 2, number 3, and number 5, just box them, right? It may be just a very small investment, right, and we might be able to yield a very good value payout, right? So I wish you good luck, and let's win more, and see you again next week. Thank you.
And we have one more selection, and that is from the right man's pick, who's obviously been in great form, 3 from 3 naps so far. Race 6, number 8, Flying Mighty, is currently a 9-1 chance for Chad Schofield and trainer David Hall. And finally, we've got to our any other bet section, one that Chris Loader absolutely loves on all our podcasts and video platforms. Loaders, what have you got for us this week?
Yeah, just an extra tip away from the main triple trio races. In the second race, race number 2, I thought horse number 2, victory in hand. Hopefully we'll have a victory in his hand tomorrow for Vincent Ho and Francis Louis. Ran a really eye-catching race last time out when he finished 3rd behind Wood on Fire at Happy Valley. He's been running a lot of his some of his recent races at Charene. I just think coming back to Happy Valley will suit him, and also as well the handicapper has begun to ease his mark now to a workable rating of 55. I just thought tomorrow there was a lot of things in his favour, and with Vincent Ho booked tomorrow, I just thought there was a lot to like about his chances. So a victory in hand hopefully will live up to his name and get the job done in race 2.
Yeah, currently a 6-1 chance. Number 2 victory in hand for Vincent Ho and Francis Louis in race 2. A lot of prices this week from the team. Again, that nap selection from Lucky Loaders Charity Fund, 5-1, absolutely massive. Anyway, moving on to the nap section. Obviously, we've got Chris Loaders, race 6, number 7, Charity Fund at 5-1 for Karis, Teetan and Chris Schum. Charene Mo, nap time?
Yes, my nap will be also Charity Fund, because I think that this distance really suit him well, and also along with the gate 1, this is very ideal for him. So I believe, and I'm also looking forward to see he will have some improvement on Wednesday. Like, I'm very keen on this horse, and this will be my nap as well.
Yeah, it just absolutely screams out improver. 5-1, I just think it's a ridiculous price. Easily go off 5-2, 2-1, 6-4. Only ever had 3 runs as well, and could make an absolute mockery of 68 over the extended trip. So obviously Chris Loder and Charene Moore both very keen. I'm quite keen as well. It's probably my next best. Number 7, Charity Fun, and race 6, 5-1 for Karis, Teetan and Chris Schum. And my nap is actually a horse that Lucky Loaders is quite keen on. It's race 5, number 3, A Gift of Lifeline. It's currently a 7-1 chance. Again, I think that's overpriced. Looks a cracking each way chance. Big eye catcher behind Incanto, prepared on the 3rd of February. A good yardstick, that one. Should appreciate the step up and trip, and off a mark of 7-2. I think will be difficult to beat. And what I've done as well, just to wrap up this week's episode, I've put Chris Loder's treble on his free selections. Number 3, A Gift of Lifeline at 7-1. Number 7, Charity Fun at 5-1, and number 5, Mayfair at 9-1. It pays 480-1 for the treble. Definitely a bit of value there. And Charene Moore's treble is 165-1. And number 1, Sava Queen at 6-4. Number 7 at Charity Fun 5-1. And number 7, El Jeffy at 10-1. And also, if you think I could get off the board with my nap as well, you could chuck in a 7-1 shot with Charene Moore's. So that's probably about 1,000-1 chance now. But obviously, we'd have to get very lucky to land a fourfold on that front. But that's all we have time for this week. Thanks to Charene and Chris for your analysis. Hopefully we can get some winners. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to Sharene's channel, leave us a comment as well in the comment section about your best bets. All feedback is good, positive or negative. And also we've got our UK and Irish betting podcast called In the Saddle Podcast. We're on Spotify and iTunes. We'll put the link in the bio. Subscribe to that. We're doing very, very well there. We're charting in Ireland and the UK. Really, really growing. So make sure you check that out. Please make sure that you gamble responsibly, and have a great week, everyone.